Wasn't there a case of some hackers that got extradited to the U.S.?
Yes.
In like somewhere in Africa or something?
Yes.
What was that story?
Yeah. So there was, they're called sextortionists. So there's a lot of these call centers. So we go after Indian call centers a lot, but there are call centers in different countries, obviously. And this was a call center in Africa, and they were targeting teenagers. So what they do is they get them on these social platforms and start messaging, you know, things with them.
I've gotten those before.
Yeah. Send me a picture.
I get like a Twitter account of like some young girl who she's following 4,000 people and she has 200 followers. And she's like, hey, cutie.
Right. Yeah.
Like trying to bait you into like.
Yeah.
So dumb.
One
so
tweet.
Obvious. Yeah.
Yeah. And so they get these people on like Snapchat and stuff like that. And they're messaging with them. They send pictures and then they ask for pictures back. And then they say, hey, we got you. We've got your nudes or whatever.
Right.
And we're going to send it out to your entire friends list or all the people you know. And if you don't give us money, we're going to send it out right now. Your life will be ruined, et cetera, et cetera. And the teenagers are in such shame. There is one, I think he was in Wisconsin, and he ended up taking his life. And they don't tell their parents because they're in such shame.
Jesus Christ.
It's like I'm if anything, I want people to know that this is not about like a couple $100 in gift cards anymore. It's like, not to be too dramatic, but it is life and death. Like people are taking their lives because of the shame that is involved with these scams. And to target, teenagers that they don't have any money in the first place. And to target them from the sextortion route of like, give us money or else, give us $200, give us and what they do is like they get that first 100 or 200, then it's give us 300, give us 300 more, give us 400. And then they start to ratchet up like the attacks of like, hey, you know, this is your mom's name, this is your dad's name, this is your address.
Right.
And the kids they don't know how to mentally can't even handle social media. Like, how do you handle somebody extorting you out of that money as a teenager?
Right. Yeah. 2 Nigerian hackers were extradited to the U.S. to face charges related to sextortion ring that led to the suicide of a 17-year-old Michigan high school student, Jordan DeMay. The brothers were extradited on August 13, 2023 and entered not guilty pleas during their arraignments. Jesus Christ. They targeted over 100 victims. DeMay's being the most tragic. That's so crazy, dude.
Like when I'm on phone calls with scammers, none of the stuff that they say bothers me. I've been doing it for 6 years now.
You've heard everything.
I've heard them say the most ridiculous things. They don't bother me. But when I think about like what made me change to go from like prank calls into like this more, I guess, offensive approach, like somebody has to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
So like is here, like the victim stories and stuff like this, like somebody has to fight back. And that's why we call like taking the fight to these guys, joining the fight against these guys, because it's literally everyday battle. It's like good versus evil. And a lot of people will say, yes, it's like maybe like underprivileged countries and stuff like that, but there's got to be a different way. Like, there's got to be a different way to make money.
I got one a couple months ago where it was just an email. And it was this long email that basically said the dude was trying to tell me he has video of me from my webcam jacking off on camera, watching or something like that, and he's going to release it to the whole world.
Yep. Send me money to Bitcoin.
Oh God. Yeah, exactly. Send me this money or else everyone's going to see this. All your loved ones are going to see this. And I was just like, and it was like such an arrogant email. The dude was like, he was just being such a dick in the email. It smelled such bullshit. And what I do when I get emails like that, I'll go on Reddit.
Sure.
And I'll just like copy and paste the subject line. And then usually you'll see like tons of threads, like, oh yeah, I've gotten these.
100%. Yeah, we like to take those and send links back to them that hopefully they click on, and then we can see their computers. So
that's amazing.
You know, we like to flip the script on them a lot, and I think part of like our channel is obviously called Scammer Payback, so it's one thing to protect people, but to get payback at some of these guys,
right?
Like exposing them, and like we'll get on their cameras and we'll show their faces. And we'll show their Instagram, and we'll show them flaunting money.
Dude, the one that you did, the one, I forgot which one, I forget the guy's name, but you did one I watched last night of this dude. You got onto his webcam and then you were like just terrorizing him for weeks to where he just had to shut his laptop down for like 4 weeks.
You know, it's fun, man, because like they don't suspect it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like imagine you're sitting here, it's like 3 in the morning because they're like 10 and a half hours ahead of us. It's 3 in the morning. You're trying to get $20,000 from somebody. And all of a sudden your laptop, the little light goes on and you're like, well, that's me. I'm turning the camera on because I'm taking your picture. And the next day, maybe he doesn't think anything of it. The next day he's trying to scam somebody. And all of a sudden we start talking through his computer to him. Can you imagine how freaked out you would be? And then on top of that,
and you're like talking to him in a muffled, like terrifying sounding voice.
From my computer through his computer. We can talk to him. We can do all sorts of things. Imagine we could find your exact location in a matter of minutes. I just get on the phone with you. You think that you're connecting to my computer, but we got a connection back to yours like within seconds. And then we can find out exactly where you are. So anywhere in the world, we can find your coordinates within minutes. So we find these guys, and like India's starting to come around where we collect information on these guys and then send it over, and then they'll go and like raid some of these places and get some of these guys arrested.
So the Indian authorities actually crack down on it?
Yeah. They're trying because a lot of it is like saving face, in my opinion, because the YouTubers in this space, we put a lot of pressure on scammers, especially these. So there's some really big call centers. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with Kolkata, India, but it's kind of it's in like West Bengal, which is like on the, I guess the eastern side, not fully northeastern, but eastern side, like kind of near Bangladesh. And Kolkata became this hub for scams. Now what happens is you have this rich call center boss that's in a huge, like a beautiful building, like big, beautiful building, right? And there's legitimate businesses running in the heart of Kolkata. And that's during the day. And they have computers and phone systems, and they might be a marketing company, or they might actually do like, you know, call center jobs where they take phone calls and stuff and help actual customers.
Just actual, like a legitimate telemarketing.
Yes. Legitimate. You might be annoyed by it, but it's like legitimate.
Right.
And then at nighttime, it's 10 o'clock at night. Nobody's working in India except for the scammers. So then that business then flips to a scam call center at nighttime, and you have a whole nother shift. And these huge buildings and these huge businesses that are fronts for a scam operation
that make the real money.
1,000 scammers in a building, and nobody says anything about it. Nobody does anything about it because there was a lot of corruption that was going on for many years. So a lot of the YouTubers, we started putting pressure on the city from a lot of our videos. One of the videos that we did, myself, Jim Browning, Mark Rober, there's like hundreds of millions of views on our videos together. And it highlighted these call center bosses and these buildings that were running these huge operations they're making a lot of money.